Sounds terrifying. Except that's how we've been living for generations.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious ward stone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more and boom. Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Nerosian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hooves. So you have a choice. Especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof, pledge your loyalty to Baphomet, and when the world falls, its ruins shall be yours.
Baphomet. Okay, that's quite important. Demon Lord of Beasts, Labyrinths and Minotaurs. Baphomet was the first and greatest Minotaur, a beast created by Lamashtu. I believe I read this text already, to serve as a leader for her latest creations. Okay, her, so Lamashtu is a female goddess. Seeking even greater favor from the mother of monsters, Baphomet sought to raid Hell to steal Asmodeus' ruby rod. Okay, so he was good first. Unfortunately for him, he was caught. That's bad. As punishment, the Prince of Darkness inscribed his own symbol on the Minotaur's lord's brow with a nail of his index finger and imprisoned him in a maze so cunningly crafted that Asmodeus declared it unsolvable. In this act, the Lord of Hell overstepped. The cunning Baphomet not only solved the maze after only a decade, he stole the labyrinth itself from Hell, taking it with him when he returned to the Abyss. Baphomet claimed this new realm for himself. He plots and schemes from his redoubt to return to Hell, this time not to steal from Asmodeus, but to slay him. So is he now good or evil? That's odd. So he was sent to Hell as someone that is good. Well, and now he has his own dimension, but why are the followers of Baphomet then evil? Is Baphomet evil or not now? Who are you?
You've already forgotten me. You mortals have awfully short memories, even shorter than your little lives. Staunton, sweetums. Don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly? No? Well, I'd better do it myself. I am Minago, Lily II and faithful servant of Baphomet, and leader of his armies. The city is mine now. I'm just starting to settle in, get things just how I like them. But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
Just mentioning the voiceover is much better than in King Arthur. I mean, this has emotion and laugh and the small bits that make dialogue interesting. The dialogues in King Arthur sometimes felt a bit wooden in comparison.
And it was such a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence. It had such lovely boulevards, quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades. All the people they've killed.
Yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
That was a bit odd. You feel righteous fury swell within you. How dare this demon besmirch the ground of this beautiful world with her hooves? A world created by the gods and cultivated by mortals. And these cultists, how dare they betray all that is sacred in this world and join the forces of the foulest evil? Can they repent and redeem themselves, or Have they followed the path of evil past the point of no return? The ward stone seems to sense your thoughts. The chamber grows slightly brighter. Before we're going the angel mythic path, we're going with what are you doing to the stone? First we need more information. I mean, she kind of said what she's doing, but not exactly how she's doing that, so let's see if we can find more information, and then we're going to punish her.
Well, quite what am I doing to it? Probably the same thing I did to many of your comrades. Sweetly and tenderly persuading it to abandon the mortals and join our side.
Prepare to fight to the death!
Your victory celebrations are a little premature, demon. Echoing the holy flame erupting from your hand, the light also gets brighter and brighter until it floods the chamber. You hear the voices again, stronger now. They repeat your words like a choir of angels.
Hey, No Eyes! Didn't you tell us that heaven had turned its back on us and no one would come to our aid?
The demon giggles, but you hear a note of astonishment in her laughter. A man standing among the cultists turns to her. Don't listen to her. The fiend wants us to all lose all hope. She will not succeed.
I'm done with this shit! I only followed this hoofed menace because I thought the Crusaders had it, and there was no other way to protect my family. But now I see that there is hope. I won't bow before these heinous idols ever again. If they kill me, at least I'll die a decent death.
The cultists glance at each other, hesitating. At last, the man who was first to speak up against Minago's rips Baphomet's unholy symbol from his chest and casts it to the floor.
Yes! Return to our side, friends! Have courage! We will welcome you back, and heaven never abandoned you, no matter what this deceiver told you.
Turncoat, I'll cut out your heart.
A tattoo-covered cultist reaches for his heart. For his weapon.
We'll see how tough you really are. We let you frighten us once, but it won't happen again.
An elf with a face deformed by acid burns throws her unholy symbol at him.
Do not fear! Do not waver!
The spirits demand your blood!
Strike as one! Attack! We shall overcome! Hold on, just a little more.
That's it. I'm tired of playing around now. You want to know what will happen when I'm done with the ward stone? Here's a little demonstration.
Oh, I love this game. We weren't supposed to win. She just destroyed us all. Irritation seeps into Minago's voice. The demoness whispers a spell. The next time, when these voices or music appears, or this angelic choir, I'm going to let it play for a couple seconds, since apparently when I read it, and then this voice, this sound is gone. Not right now, oddly enough. The demoness whispers a spell, and a wave of darkness sweeps through the chamber. Companions wince in pain, but it is nothing compared to what you feel. Thousands of voices once again burst into your mind. drowning you in their moans, screams and sobs. Pain rocks through your skull. Your evil spells won't stop a righteous army.
Iomade is with us!
Yes, yes. Keep telling yourself that.
If you can, play this game with a surround sound system. This is beautiful right now. It's engulfing. This is well done from a surround sound perspective. The roar of voices blends into an unbearable wall of screaming. Your vision goes dark.
Praise Iomade, you woke up. Healing your wounds was easy, but you were unconscious for so long I was starting to worry we'd lost you.
What happened?
We couldn't stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out, but Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's Heart. It used to be a tavern, but now it's our headquarters. We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike back.
I found a cultist dispatch in the dungeons. It seems they are holed up in the Tower of Estfjord.
Demons have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now, at least not blindly. I'd be grateful if you snuck in there and scouted out the situation. But just scouting. Don't be a hero.
Demons are malign, and destructive creatures native to the outer sphere, plain known as the Abyss. Demons exist for one reason and one reason only: to destroy. Were there more lawful counterparts, the devils of hell? Wait, there are lawful counterparts of demons? Devils of hell, huh? Oh, that is... Earlier ago, a text spoke about devils, and I was a bit like, what, more than one? Okay. So, humans, then devils of hell, and then demons. Okay. Lawful counterparts, interesting. They seek to twist mortal minds and values to remake and reshape them into reflections of their own evil. Demons seek only to maim, ruin, and feed. They recruit mortal life only if such cohorts speed along the eventual destruction of hope and goodness. Death is in some ways their enemy, for a mortal who dies can often escape a demon's depredations and flee to their just reward in the afterlife. It is the prolonging of mortal pain and suffering that fuels a demon's lusts and desires, for it is partially from mortal sin and cruelty that these monstrous fiends were born. What is the situation in the city?
Bad, but not hopeless. We're constantly getting news, and new sources of resistance keep springing up in the districts where everyone seemed to be dead. The survivors are gathering here. You should see them. Their faces, their eyes burning with determination. The city is destroyed, but our resistance is not broken. We will keep fighting.
That's an interesting topic with people with determination. Imagine if humanity had one single enemy. All these petty squabbles, all this war and death, the Muslims that don't like Jews, and Russians attacking Ukraine, and people in South America don't liking each other, or people in Africa killing each other. All these conflicts between humans are only possible because we don't have anything else to do. Because there is no great enemy that would keep us at the line of survival, and because of that humans have grown fat and complacent, and we have so much resources and so much bullshit going on that we have time and resources to spend to kill each other. If we had demon hordes trying to kill us, there would be no conflict between Russia and Ukraine, simply because there would be no time for bullshit. So, I believe that if this world would have a common enemy, then many people would become very determined as well. A lot of stupid conflicts would end. But that's the problem. How do you give humans a single determined goal? I mean, colonizing space is one, but you need a lot of resources for that, and we do not have the resources and technology yet to colonize and travel between worlds properly. We are living in the between stupid conflicts and people becoming determined. Well, let's just hope that we won't wipe our species out before we can reach that next step. What do you plan to do next?
You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the Ward Stone and blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabris, but every city with the Ward Stone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomede's gift must not become a weapon of the Abyss.
Tell me about the Wardstone again, please, in more detail. Why is it so critically important? Why are there no other ways?
The Ward Stones are a gift of Iomede. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general. First of all, we need to decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified. A traveler came to the city recently. A blind elf calling himself the Storyteller. He insisted he be allowed to examine the Ward Stone, and he raised the alarm when his study was finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the stone.
He is responsible for the stone not working. Maybe he made sure that the stone would have a flaw, allowing the demons to invade.
Prelate Hulrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline blasphemy. But between you and me, the prelate's opinion isn't worth much. I think the Storyteller knew what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now, if only we knew where he was. I remember the Storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit. You saw him during the demon attack. The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the Storyteller told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened.
What I would also like to mention is that the textures could use a little bit more detail. These are not very high quality textures, that's not 4K. It's barely HD. I mean, it's okay considering that this is a simple third-person RPG. You're looking at stuff from a distance, but still, I would like to see more crisp textures. Some parts are just blurry as a heck. Alrighty.
There's another problem. After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison. Trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open, in case you find something we can use.
Half-orc smiles at you encouragingly.
And one last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers recently. Some were killed, but others simply haven't been seen since the attack. In the chaos that is now Canabris, it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure. One of the missing fighters is Janna Aldori, a new recruit in the Watch. She got along well with Sela, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Sela and Janna had died together. But now Sela's returned with you, and there's no sign of Janna. If you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city, please report back.
Everything is clear.
May the goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that Canabris still hasn't fallen. If you come across any groups in the city that can fight, send them here to the Defender's Heart. We'll need every fighter we can muster for the final assault. Yes, one more thing. If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house. Mine and Inevia's. Well, it was our house. If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day. You can take whatever you find. You have more need of it.
A Nevia Tirabade. It's the Eagle Watch's most adept scout. Oh, interesting. She was among the unlucky ones who ended up with you in the dungeons. Yeah, our house. So they're living together. I wasn't aware of that. Interesting. Their helmet. Oh, the heck is all of this? Drawing Grey Garrison. Maybe because of DLCs? I mean, holy heck. Head Chomper, Pet Owl. Well, hello there. That's a lot of good stuff. I like it. So what do we have? We have a helmet? Sure, why not? What else do we have? Where's all the good stuff? Sovereign Drag... What? We're going to end the episode.